being here. Lovely to be in Scotland, a year out from the independence referendum. Scotland's very divided. I think it's very divided. Very divided country at the moment. Very divided between people who want independence and hate the English, and people who want to stay in the Union and hate the English. It's hate is a strong word. I know we annoy you. I know that. I know we do. I know that whenever England are playing football, most Scottish people support the opposition. Yeah? We do the same to you. We just never know when you're playing. I love being here, though. I love being up for the festival. I do miss my family. I miss my wife and kids. I am married to a woman. I know what you're thinking. Shush. I'm not. I'm just very, very English. My wife is Northern Irish. She is Northern Irish. I love Northern Irish people. Very, very hard to understand the accent. Very hard. I can be in a pub in Northern Ireland and people are going, right, and I'm like, yes, no, I don't know. The English are very bad at understanding accents, and I think this is why, historically, we've treated countries around us so badly. Like in the years before independence, the Irish were saying, we'd like you to leave now. We were going, you want us to rule for hundreds of years? Of course, no problem. You Scots were going, you can take our life, but you'll never take our freedom. We were going, you want the poll tax a year early? Of course, consider it done. We don't understand. But Northern Irish, it is a scary accent as well. It is scary, my wife's accent. You know, my children are more scared of my wife than they are of me. I've actually sat them down and said, don't you find me a little bit scary? And they say, no, your face wobbles when you get angry. When I was a kid and I was naughty, my mum would say, wait till your father gets home. I mainly work in the evenings. When my kids are naughty, my wife says to them, wait till your father goes out. That's the wrong way round, isn't it? But it's a scary accent, isn't it? Northern Irish is, and my wife does have a very bad temper. I know that's a real Northern Irish stereotype, but when she gets angry, she just explodes. That's an unfortunate term to use about a Northern Irish person, but she just does. Can't have a quiet row with my wife. You know, if I'm in a shop with her, we're having a little row, I'm saying something bitchy, like, I think you're being a little bit unfair about that. And she'll just say, you're an asshole, you really are! I'm very English and middle class, I'd rather grow a tumour than make a fuss. I am very middle class, I accept that. A friend of mine said to me, you will never understand about football because you're too middle class. It's a working class game. And I said, no, I'm sorry. Football has priced working class people out of the game. You go to a lot of grounds now, it is just middle class fans pretending to be working class. You just see people that say, oh, referee, you wanker! I'm so sorry about the language, Giles, but... God knows what school he went to. I get annoyed by the lack of perspective in football. There's a lack of perspective amongst fans. I heard a Manchester United fan being interviewed on the radio about the retirement of Alex Ferguson. And he said, when I heard Fergie was going, it was like a death in the family for me. And the presenter said, yeah, mate, I understand. Not, you emotionally retarded twat. Because I'd like the media to start getting tough on football fans with no sense of perspective. I'd like to see that. You know, end of the season, I'd like to see match of the day, Gary Lineker sitting there going, well, if your team's been relegated and you're sitting at home crying, maybe it's time you redirected your energy to something that matters, like your wife and kids. Good night and grow up. Wouldn't that be lovely? Thank you very much. You've been delighted. I've been Hal Cruttenden. Cheers, guys.